Hello and welcome to phuketpals GED Express Screencast with me, Teacher Marky. Today's lesson would be the continuation of our IGCSE Biology past paper review. To begin with, let's have a quick review. Now, under classifications, we know that there are 5 kingdoms in biology, namely Animalia, Plantae, Fungi, Prokaryota, and Protista. Now, the features of cells can be used to help categorize organisms into one of these kingdoms. And in terms of the vertebrates, they are defined as animal, which contains a backbone. And we know that these are the following, such as mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, and those things. For arthropods, which is considered as an invertebrate which has no backbone, they are identified through their exoskeleton and segmented body. Now, classification, or specifically taxonomy in biology, is used to group different species. A group of organisms belong to the same species if they can reproduce to produce fertile offspring, and organisms are classified by evolutionary relationships. This can be found by studying physical characteristics and DNA-based sequences. Now, the plant kingdom is split into flowering and non-flowering plants. There are 2 divisions of flowering plants, such as dicotyledon and monocotyledon, which are identified by their leaves. Now, for non-flowering plants, this one is also known as bryophytes, such as ferns, and this one also includes liverworts and hornworts, reproduced through spores rather than by producing seeds. Now take note and remember that organisms are named using the binomial naming system. This system uses the Latin names and consists of 2 words, such as the first refers to the organism's genus and the second 2 is its species. Now, the features of a cell would be, these are just some part of the features of a cell because there are bunches of organelles, but these are some that you may encounter in the IGCSE exam. So, cytoplasm, a jello-like material. This is the one which holds all the organelles in place. The cell membrane is a thin membrane which permits what comes in and what comes out of the cell. The DNA basically is on the nucleus. This is a genetic material important for transmission and transfer of traits from one generation to another. The ribosome is the one which produces the protein. The enzyme, on the other hand, they catalyze reactions such as respiration in the cell. Now, let's start answering, or let's continue rather, answering past paper for IGCSE Biology. Let's have question 8. The diagram shows 4 arthropods. So these 4 animals are considered as arthropods. But in terms of their classes, they are not the same. So how many of these arthropods are insects? Or how many of this belongs to class Insecta? Can you guess? The answer would be 2. Because in this case, this one is considered as an insect and this one is also considered as an insect. This one is a crustacean, this one is a crustacean. So 1, 2, 2 insects. Next, question number 9. The key can be used to distinguish between 4 different chemical substances. Use the key to identify which substance could be a protein. So first, like what I've said, we need to analyze this kind of question so that we will know the right answer. Does a protein contains the element carbon or does it not contain the element carbon? If it does not, then the answer is A. Definitely it contains carbon. So we go with statement 2. Contains the element nitrogen or does not contain nitrogen. So it doesn't contain any nitrogen, so we go to number 3. Gives a positive result with Benedict's test or gives a negative result with Benedict's test. Definitely when you're testing protein with Benedict's test, it always shows a negative result. So the answer would be letter D. It gives a negative result with Benedict's test. You can try recalling different method in testing biomolecules, but that might be on the other videos from our YouTube channel. Next would be question number 10. The statements describe 4 different plants. Which plant must be a monocotyledon? A. The flower when pollinated. B. The flower each have 5 petals. C. The leaves are large with a clear network of veins in them. Or D. The leaves have parallel veins. This is quite easy. That's pretty obvious. The answer would be D. The leaves have parallel veins. Next is question number 10. The diagram shows an animal. Use the key to identify this animal. So basically, this type of animal is a platypus. This is a monotremes. That means they are egg-laying mammals. Now, if you're gonna use the statements in here, body covered with scales, body covered with hair, the answer is body covered with hair. So we go to 3. Has web feet, does not have a web feet. So the answer to that will be letter C, because it has webbed feet, like a duck, like a duck's feet. So the answer is C, has webbed feet. Next is question number 12. All fish, all birds, and all mammals are blank. A. Animals with internal fertilization. B. Carnivores. C. Vertebrates. D. Warm-blooded animals. That's easy. The answer would be vertebrates. They are all animals with backbones. Next would be question 13. Use the key to identify the animal. So as you're gonna take a look at this one, does it has 2 wings or does it has 4 wings? If it has 4 wings, then we go to number 3. So if we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4, we go to 3. Has feathery antennae or has smooth antennae? So as you can see, this is the antennae of this insect. It has smooth antennae and not feathery. So the answer would be letter D. Next is question 14. What is not a characteristic of all living organisms? A. Excretion. B. Photosynthesis. C. Reproduction. D. Respiration. So basically, you know different life processes. And the only one which is excluded on this option is letter B. That's photosynthesis, because this is only true for plants and not animals. Next is question number 15. Which characteristics do bony fish have? So again, we have fish in here. Like what I've said, fish is considered as a vertebrate, right? So if you're going to take a look, you will check backbone because a fish is a vertebrate. So there should be a check in there. That leaves A and B incorrect because it has X's in it. So the only options left is C and D. Next is scales. Definitely a fish has a scale, so you need to check it. The option D doesn't have a check in it, so that leaves us C as the right answer. Fish doesn't have any hairs at all. They only have scales, so the right answer would be C. Great. Now, that will be all for today, and I hope you had fun learning with me for reviewing IGCSE Biology. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions or inquiries or suggestions, you can visit our website directly, www.phuketpals.org, and you can also connect with us through Facebook at facebook.com/phuketpals. Don't forget to click the like button if you find this video helpful, and you can share it with your friends so that you can learn together. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel at phuketpals. And if you want to call or talk to us directly, you can contact us through 081-417-0978. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye. See you in my next screencast.